Good morning, y'all. Today is the 10th of July, 2023, and welcome to Breakfast with BearHeart. I'm BearHeart, in spite of what it might say there at the bottom of my screen, or is it over on this side?
Spartacus of what it says.
Yeah, in Spartacus of what it says. I'm here with Kirsten and Rikiti, and so the interesting thing that's going on in the world today is threads. So Threads hit 100 million users in 5 days. As a comparison, Twitter has roughly 350 million users, and roughly 40% of those are use the service at least occasionally. According to a Pew Research poll taken earlier this year, over 60% of Twitter users have taken a break. They're not using the service. It's become inhospitable for them. And so I'm predicting, and before I make my prediction, I'm going to tell you why. Threads feeds off of Instagram's user base. So when you sign up for Threads, it will import, with your permission, it will import all of your contacts from, not from your contact book, but from Instagram. Everyone you're following on Instagram, you will now be following on Threads. And they make this really easy. It's like basically a one-click experience. You download the Threads app, you sign up, and it just imports all of your Instagram stuff. Very, very easy. Instagram has about 3 billion users. It's billion with a B. Threads has hit 100,000 users with no promotion whatsoever. They just made the app available in the App Store, and it's just happened completely organically in 5 days. So based on this information, I am predicting conservatively that Threads will overtake Twitter by the end of July. I think it'll probably happen faster, but by the end of July, I think it's almost a certainty that it will happen. Elon Musk knows this, and he has gone completely insane over it. He's threatening to sue Zuckerberg. But then yesterday morning, he actually, I don't know if I can even say this on the air. I'm going to say it. I am quoting Elon Musk's tweet. I am quoting Elon Musk's tweet from yesterday morning, 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. He said, "Zuck is a cuck." And then he replied to himself, "I propose a literal dick measuring contest," and an emoji of a ruler, which is about this big. Oh, sorry.
How mature. Matua.
Yeah. So he's lost his mind. He's gone completely. I don't see how the board of directors of Tesla doesn't just kick his ass to the curb, and just let him play with his Twitter toy. Twitter has lost about 40 million users in the last year that have literally unregistered. On top of that, another 60% of their 350 million users have just stopped using the service. They haven't bothered to delete their accounts. They've just stopped using the service. You go onto Twitter today, and it's pretty much just all. I mean, it looks like 4chan. I mean, it's just a bunch of adolescent dick measuring. I mean, seriously, it's just, I don't enjoy it at all anymore. I mean, I sometimes I need to go there for information, because I follow baseball and baseball posts on there, but other than that, I don't even want to be there. I go in and they've taken over my, my notifications. It says I got 4 notifications, and they're just all Elon tweets, and it's like I don't even follow him. He just pushes them into my notifications, and it's nuts. It's just become a cesspool, and it's become almost unusable. And I think it's going to be dead very, very soon, or it's not going to be completely dead. It'll just turn into Gab, or 4chan, or just one of these really ridiculous, toxic wastelands. So there's that. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of fascinating. A good friend of mine is a financial analyst, and he's talking about it like it's going to be taught in textbooks as the absolute worst way to run a company, the fastest way to run a company into the ground, a successful, thriving company, just run it into the ground as quickly as possible. And this will be the case study for that. And the other side of this is that we're watching a grown man just go into a complete adolescent breakdown, and it's just sad. Yeah. So enough about that. I wanted to cover that because it's going on. And by the way, I am now on Threads. Ricky, am I real BearHeart on Threads?
Yes, sir. And it is linked in our link tree. So you'll find that in our description. Do the thingy, like the point toward the bottom of the screen thingy. Yeah, there we go. Kirsten gets it. I can't do it because, I have no arms, but,
Right. Well, because you're a kitty. Even if you had arms, you don't have an index finger.
No, but I have paws and toe beans.
Yeah, and toe beans.
Yeah, maybe I could just no, I can't. Okay.
All right. So so do follow us on Threads, and we will learn to refer to it. And I think apparently there's a lot of sewing puns on Threads.
Yes.
And
which we love.
Decent number of cat pictures. Just there's a lot of interesting people are starting to move over there. And I think that's just going to be complete very, very soon. All right. So the other thing that caught my eye, actually, this was Friday, I think. This article on Blind, and I don't even know what Blind is, but I got a link to this in one of my morning newsletters. The title of it is "My Small No-Name Company Has Completely Lost Its Mind with AI." And I'm going to pass this link on to my team, and they will post it in the comments of this live stream.
Yes, we will.
So I'm just going to read a little bit of this. I work for a tiny company that no one has ever heard of. Our main product is a CRUD app. CRUD is Create, Read, Update, Delete. It's a database application. And if you take my SQL course, you'll understand what CRUD is. That is designed like something straight out of 2010, complete with outdated frameworks. I love that. Recently, the CEO has gone batshit with the concept of AI, essentially equated it as this magic genie that will fix all of our problems. Of course, the managers joined in on the hype just to be yes men. In just a few months, here are some of the things I have witnessed. The CEO openly says that AI will cause the loss of millions of jobs. That may or may not actually be true. I tend to think that it will eliminate a lot of jobs over time, not today, but over time. The CTO, the Chief Technical Officer, says he wants live examples of ChatGPT making us code faster. they had the bright idea that ChatGPT can write our JIRA tickets. So that's like tech support tickets or bug reports. And acceptance criteria somehow. Employees spent all last week fixing its gibberish. Got the okay to feed entire repos and proprietary information into ChatGPT without a care because we got the pro version. HR docs are now being generated by ChatGPT with no checks for legality. The entire process has been one huge failed experiment and a mess that we had to clean up. However, the idiotic yes men keep pushing it because they want to please the CEO and tell him what he wants to hear. So this is, I don't think this is an isolated incident. I think that this is, there may be a few of these today. I think there's going to be many, many more in the coming weeks and months. And I find it amusing and a bit hilarious. And, it's this, I got to find this, this quote, Isaac Asimov, yeah, that's the one. This is Isaac Asimov. He said this about 50 years ago. There is a cult of ignorance in the United States, and there always has been. The strain of anti-intellectualism has been a constant thread winding its way through our political and cultural life, nurtured by the false notion that democracy means that my ignorance is just as good as your knowledge. And I think this is very appropriate. And we see this a lot, in all the different aspects of our society. Obviously, it's most palpable in our political system. And we saw a lot of it during the pandemic when the experts, were saying, we gotta nip this thing in the bud. This is going to be really, really horrible. And the politicians were saying, it's going to be over. It's nothing. We've had the flu before. And millions of people died because of that ignorance. And I truly, truly believe, and I could back this up with actual data, that millions of lives could have been saved if they had, if they had not insisted that their ignorance was as good as the knowledge of the experts. And so now we're seeing this yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, this kind of goes back to the whole wage slavery thing, because some of I don't know any of these people personally, the people that are having ChatGPT take over their stuff, but those people are working their butts off to keep their job, to feed themselves and their families and their homes. And it's the people that are in charge are just treating it like a joke. It doesn't even, you telling me this story doesn't even seem real. It sounds like somebody was back there behind the keyboard just making crap up and posting on some fan fiction, but that's real life. That's what's happening. People are losing their jobs too.
You look at what happened at Twitter in the first few months, in the first few days and weeks after Elon took over. He fired all of the experts. And these people were saying, look, you can't run it like this. And he refused to listen. And now we see the result. This is real. And it's, obviously, Asimov saw this 50 years ago, and it's been, it's been a real thing, all along. Humans are easily fooled. Oh, I want to find that other quote, and I don't even know where to look for it. But let me put it this way: the whole purpose of science. So let me back up. Let me define science. Science is scientific method. That's my definition of science. Hypothesis, experiment, results, Just the hypothesis, experiment again, blah, 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 until you find the truth. The whole purpose of science is to counter our bias, because humans want to believe that certain things are true, right? You come up with this great hypothesis. You say, oh my God, I just, I know that the butter side always lands down, and I know that cats always land on their feet. So if I just tie a piece of bread to the back of the cat and drop it, I'll have perpetual motion, right? Because that, I want that to be true, because I want to have perpetual motion. And I thought of this great idea. And so the purpose of science is to teach us, especially when our bias wants to believe something else. The purpose of science is to teach us the truth. And the truth being defined as what is testable, reproducible results under controlled circumstances. That's why I think a lot of people who are very attached to their ego, are very attached to their power, or very attached to, certain results, which are not true. Their reaction is not to change their mind, but rather to fire the scientists and to impugn the scientists and to attack the scientists. And
doesn't that all go back to the submersible situation?
Yeah, very much. That submersible submarine. Yeah, they wanted to believe that their shit was true, and everybody was telling them it wasn't, and they were firing the people that were telling them it wasn't. And from the expert people that I've listened to, I mean, I am not myself an expert in submarine technology, but the experts were saying this was a batshit idea, and that it was inevitable, that it was going to kill people. And the CEO himself was one of those people, but along with some innocent victims. So yeah, this is a thing. This is an actual human trait, and I could say it's a problem, and I could certainly argue that it's a problem. But what it is an actual human trait, and it's documented, and we see it every day. We see it every day. I mean, I know people that believe that colloidal silver is going to, ingesting colloidal silver is going to solve all of their health problems.
It does solve some health problems, though, right?
No, it's toxic.
We love that.
It's toxic. It actually remains in your body and it doesn't go away. And don't do that. I know people that believe all kinds of crazy wacky shit. That crystals can heal you and all of this, and I know people that believe in astrology. I mean, otherwise intelligent people. It's human nature. We want to believe that there is a magic solution to our whatever it is that is ailing us today. I would love to snap my fingers and have all of my health problems solved. That would be brilliant, but that ain't gonna happen. Anyway, that's all I got today. How about you kids? You got anything? You've been really busy. You like threads.
I like it. It's fun.
I like turtle.
Eggs.
I'm going to tell a little story out of school. I'm not going to give any specifics, but I signed up for Threads, and a few moments later, I friended Rikitty, and she responded, "How did you find me so fast?"
Yeah.
And we've been kind of going back and forth on Twitter a little bit.
Threads.
I mean, Threads.
You gotta get it right, or you're gonna look outdated. You don't want to look outdated.
I know. Well, I mean, People just look at me and they know that I'm a 20-something, right? I mean, you just look at me, you know, I'm just a teenager.
I'm still a part of the MySpace gang. So
I remember
you're
MySpace.
more updated than I am.
I remember MySpace with all the stupid animations, and you could set it to play music like the minute somebody came on your, which pretty much forced me to surf the internet with my speakers unplugged.
I had bangers, so you don't know nothing about that life.
Yeah, well, yeah. There used to be this restaurant near where I worked in Hollywood. It was an English pub kind of restaurant, and they had bangers and mash. You say bangers, and I think of bangers and mash, which is like one of my favorite foods.
Or maybe the cool kids call it, is it bops? There's jams, bops, bangers, but there's like something even cooler to say nowadays. I think my age is showing.
The slaps.
So maybe? Bangers and mash is an English dish, which is basically sausages on mashed potatoes.
Right, but I'm saying I was talking about bangers like music, but then I thought to myself, maybe I'm not using the most updated terminology for it.
If you're looking for the most updated terminology from me, you're looking in the wrong place.
You're right. I'll ask the threadosphere.
Yeah, the threadosphere, or Ricky. She's like up on all of the latest.
You would say this song slaps, not smacks. Smacks is for when you're eating something and it goes hard. You say, oh yeah, this bangers and mash. This smacks. But when it's a song, you go, this slaps.
Yeah,
which makes me
slaps.
In turn want to slap somebody in the face.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind in the future.
That'll be my next move.
Yep.
Wind it up.
All right. So have we decided, are we going to do our game night on Fridays? Because Thursday's really hard for me. Let's do it again this weekend.
It is really hard for you, and I do understand that, but there was nobody there.
We had nobody on Friday.
Yeah.
But again, we hadn't given y'all any
What if we do Monday, Wednesday, and then we do our game night on Wednesday? Just food for thought.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because wait, I know you take your medicine on Wednesday, right?
Right. So we could do that.
But you stay up.
Still...
Yeah. No, I mean, it just makes it hard to sleep. So that's why Thursdays are shite for me.
But Wednesdays.
Wednesday's good. Yeah, let's just do game night.
We could test it this week if you'd like.
Yeah. So I guess we're doing our evening live stream today. I don't have anything planned. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'll come up with something.
Okay.
And then we'll do game night on Wednesday.
Sure. Or conversely, if you can't think of anything for tonight, we could one-off test a game night for tonight.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I think we've never tried a Monday game night before. I think it might be fun.
Let's try it and see what happens. I mean, if people are confused about what nights are what, but maybe announce it early enough in the day.
Okay.
So that people know, like write up a thing and announce it and on social media.
Okay.
So people know. Okay, we'll do game night tonight. I guess we're going to do Jackbox games because we have all kinds of new Jackbox games.
Oh yeah,
Jackbox.
We do.
Yeah. So we'll do Jackbox games.
Cool.
Game night.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
All right. So that's great. Thanks for joining us for breakfast this morning. And this is the name of this is the new name for our morning live streams, is Breakfast with BearHeart. It's alliterative and it's fun to say. It kind of rolls off the tongue. Great. Kirsten, what happened to your cowboy cats?
I was giving you a sneak peek.
Oh, a sneak peek
of my new office.
I see. Do we get to see it without the blur, or is it not ready yet?
No, it's not anywhere near being ready, but sneak peek with the blur to give you a small, imagination.
Yep.
All right.
But she's not ready.
All right. So I'm going to have backdrop envy very soon, aren't I?
Maybe not like personally, like you won't be like, oh my God, I want that as my background. but I think you will be happy for me because it makes me so happy.
I see. Well, I'm already happy for you because you're happy all the time. I mean, I look at you, that 1,000-watt smile.
It's the lighting. She's good for me.
All right. So we love you all. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tonight at 1800. That's 6 p.m. for the Muggles, live from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Love you all.